We deserve one more Romance Club episode. All of us deserved it. So let's play it. Lou leaves her post to go to a club. Finally, somewhere at least I will go to the club. Getting close to the end of the season, yes. The followers of the Church of the United One are those willing to set aside their own gain for the good of the community. A rebel. Every society has a leader or a shepherd who needs to eat. It sounds like this. Episode 9, Reactor. This AC is on high alert. Psy unit personnel must report to Chaplains. What could have happened? I don't know, Lou. Shall we go to Wayne's? It was early in the morning when a sleep-deprived Lou and Kay arrived to reinforce a checkpoint. The whole city was divided into districts of different sizes, all isolated from each other. The streets and lanes were blocked. Bulky items and cars were thoroughly inspected. No one told them what happened. The AC enforcer, who had been on duty through the night, didn't know anything either. However, the scale of the interception operation that has been deployed spoke for itself. The radio and TV broadcasts were insistent. There is no cause for concern. We call on the phone on the New Paris to remain calm. At night approached a rumor about a bomb spread through the AC staff. Calls and texts were exchanged, and a couple of hours the information was leaked. In the course of their investigations, the Inquisition identified the neutralized a criminal group that had been planning the explosion at one of the Templars. The sized bomb wasn't deactivated. Instead, it was prepared for removal and disposal, but it had been stolen that night. The news filled Lou with a strong, strange impulse. She felt an urgent need to drink coffee with her partner. After convincing someone to cover their shifts, Lou took Stone aside and said excitedly, "Kay, how could someone steal a bomb from the AC or the Inquisition?" The empath responded calmly, "That's a theoretical question, right? The woman who shot at you near Platypus couldn't have pulled this off on her own. Of course not. And the threat of an explosion remains, right? But it's unlikely that their plan will be carried out at the original location. They will need to regroup. I wouldn't rule on the possibility that they already had a fallback plan prepared a long time ago." Kay squinted his eyes at her, seemingly suspicious. Lou, who was searching for the right words, realized that he had already sensed her mood. So she asked point blank, "Aren't we going to do something? Do you really think they can't handle this without us?" "What if they can't? If it explodes, we will have to live with that crabs for the rest of our lives. There is no limit to how much shit someone can take. If we do something, at least we will know that we tried to prevent it." Guys, I want to change the category to just chatting. Wanna try? Okay. For the sake of protocol, the man remarked. We were taken off the case. First, no one directly ordered us not to help search for the bomb. Second, you didn't answer. We have to leave our post. Is that an answer? Kay, looking into her eyes, grinned. Yes, fine. I'll tell them that you still feel bad from the recent blocker injection, and I should look after you. Will they buy it? The important thing is they won't bother checking. They don't have the time. Meow. Lou, do you know what to do next? Yes, Henry, we are playing Romance Club. I see. Oh, thank you so much, Musical Insanity. Arigato. Thank you so much, guys. So pleasant. We are almost made a goal, by the way. Wow. I see one option so far. We need Shazam. If the people behind this explosion plan went to him, then maybe he could reach them. But how do we convince Shazam to help us? Do you think we will get in trouble? But where should we look for him? If I were Shazam, I'd probably leave town for a while. But you can't give up the business altogether. Veritu definitely wasn't his only assistant. Right, where would you look for people illegally selling weapons in New Paris? Got it. Do you know anyone in Termitry? No one worth meeting face to face. Lou thought about it. She took out her cigarettes, turned the pack over in her hand, and without lighting one up, put it back in her pocket. I might know someone who can help. Are you sure? I trust this person completely. I don't know if he will do it though. Okay. If Kay was wondering who Lou's contact was, he didn't show it. Because he is interested in me as in a woman. But even if he asked, Lou wouldn't have said anything. Like it or not, it wasn't her secret, but Jonas, my future husband. Besides, she didn't know for sure that the healer had acquaintances who could help. Jonas. It turned out Jonas was working late that night. My God, thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's not tuturu, it's Arigato, Henry. Makufurai. Arigato gozaimashita. Arigato. Merci beaucoup, Henry McFlurry. Meow. Thank you for being alive, tell me. Thank you for being alive. Enjoy the story, guys. Enjoy my awful reading. It turned out Jonas was working late that night. Lou didn't want to talk about Shaza at the hospital, and going back to the checkpoint would be a stupid idea. Since I have finally got some free time during the day, I can sort of out the plumbing. Since she was trying to save money, the psionic used her network to find a cheaper handyman. I hope you will recover, yeah, soon. Stay strong, Henry. Yeah, Jonas can help you. He's a doctor. He's a healer. Since she was trying to save money, yeah. The plumber, judging by his appearance and the strange wafting of him, drank too much, too often. But after requesting details about the plumbing breakdown, he figured out the problem quickly and charged her much less than any official service would have. Once the plumber fixed the system and left, Lou glanced at her phone. The classes that the chaplain had mentioned would be starting soon. So stupid. You see, she is always covering her hand with Psy sign. After changing clothes, she pulled her motorcycle outside. She have a Psy tattoo. She's covering it all the time, you see? Mademoiselle Reed, greetings. The decision not to dwell on your existing skills but to expand the scope of your Psy is commendable. The questionnaire you have filled out indicates extreme combat applications. Let's concentrate on that, shall we? Yes. One moment, check out the training equipment for now. Lou yawned, walking toward the indicated red line. She looked at the object in the room and kicked the nearest one with the toe of her boot. Equipment. In Lou's eyes, hollow metal containers with walls of varying thicknesses didn't deserve such a prestigious title. The cubes, pyramids, and octahedrons were covered in stratus. There were even bullet holes in some places. She could see melted edges and cracked seams. Basically, more precise applications of Psy require less internal energy. Thus, better performance is achieved. As I recall, testing has not been easy for you. Shall we proceed with caution or use the standard protocol form or vector? Vector standard protocol. I don't need special treatment. Then let's get started. She began to push and scatter some of the lightweight metal objects. She had trouble with the heavier ones. Observing readings from sensor hidden in the walls of the room, the instructor provided the psionic with guidance. At the facility, no one made sure we understood even the basics of kinetic energy. Our heads would have exploded. No Bobby here, Henry, it's another story. It became clear to Lou that she had have to reread the materials to figure it out. Shall we continue? Yes. After a short break, Lou began to move the containers back to their original positions according to the instructor's directions. You won't be the last one here to work with this equipment. It wouldn't hurt to put everything back in place. But it simply wasn't possible for her to move everything, and the instructor forbade returning any of the objects to her positions by hand. Lou sat down on the floor wearily. Mademoiselle Reed? I'm fine. To your right, you will find sheets of paper and plastic cups. Now interact with them. At first, it seemed like an easy exercise in contrast to the previous one, but that was not the case. She threw the fragile objects too far and they were flattened against the wall. Once the class was over, Lou called Jonas. Jonas! She was preparing for a difficult conversation. On the way to the healer's house, she thought of several convincing arguments. Still, she wasn't sure that Jonas would agree to help. After listening to her request, he silently walked to the refrigerator, took out a can of a beer, and looked questioningly at Lou. Do you want one? No, I'm driving. Mirai Vibes, in the second season, we will unpack him. Now we are working. He took a few sips, clicking his lighter. Lighting up his cigarette, Jonas said, "And what the fuck do you need this for?" "I can't tell you. It's a work related, and you really you don't want to know." Crap. He inhaled and narrowed his eyes, looking at Lou through the veil of the smoke he released. By the way, do they have English word like crap? Crap. Do they really have that word? Do they use it? It's time to pay up, isn't it, Lou? What? Who? Well, I owe you one. You and the corpse. I could have been convicted, but they let me go. They took pity on me. Louis' prepared argument suddenly became irrelevant. Lou had expected plenty of possible reactions from Jonas, any reaction but that one. Her confusion was replaced by anger. What the hell are you talking about? This is bullshit. Is it though? Knowing what I think about your job, you come by and ask me to arrange a meeting, and with who exactly? With a gun dealer. No, BG. You're not asking for a personal favor, but for work, of course. Do you understand what you are asking me to do here? Jonas, you are pissing me off right now. You are out of this line. Really? And what happens if I refuse? Shit. People could die. A lot of them. And if I help, no one will die, right? You don't have to answer that. The healer fell silent again for a long time. Lou couldn't take it any longer. She silently cursed, unsure whether she was cursing her friend, herself, or everything in general, and looked at him. Jonas! Today's shift was difficult. I'm tired. I wanted to go to bed early. Lou realized there was no point in continuing the conversation. She nodded her farewell. Okay, bye. Nothing with Jonas, Mirai Vibes. Still nothing. Okay, we will unpack him. Wait. The neon lamps shined furiously, chasing away the darkness with their bright light. Slowing down at a crossroads, the motorcycle shuddered, clicked alarmingly, and suddenly slowed. Yes. Lou stopped her and examined it, trying to understand what had malfunctioned. Damn. She was still 5 blocks away from home. Not finding the root of the problem, she poked the start button. The motorcycle made a loud noise. Come on, we can make it. Please don't turn your back on me, not you too. Somehow she managed to drive past 4 more houses. Then, despite all efforts, the bike refused to go any further. Hey, welcome. Taking off the helmet, Lou rested her forehead against the dash. She closed her eyes. Motherfucker. And it's too far to drag it. She clenched her fists. Her ensuing angry swearing grew so venomous and filthy that a man walking by with an iridescent mohawk queened his place. Kicking the curb, Lou pushed the bike towards. Once at the entrance of the house, she exhaled in a mix of agony and relief, then opened the door. Something cold splashed against her feet. Fucking hell! Through the dark room, she sloshed her way to the shot of valves. Unable to see where anything was, she tried to turn off the water supply to her apartment. Water finally stopped gushing from the broken pipe. Lou began to panic. If I don't have enough money to cover the damage, I might get evicted. What should I do? Stop. If the flooding had affected another apartment, my door would have been broken down by now. She didn't feel much better. Her fear abruptly subsided, then leaving behind an emotional void that sucked in everything. Her disagreement with Jonas, whose point she understood deep down, the situation with Tina's toxic parents, which Lou could do nothing about, interfering with her family affairs would be idiotic. The partner she had finally gotten used to but was now leaving her, and letting new people into her life had never been easy. Stress regarding her work, and on top of all of that, a broken motorcycle and a lake in her home. One by one, these problems came crashing down upon her, knocking her off her feet. She felt like she had burned out, and the way from deep inside, Lou lay down in the water, allowing it to drench her hair. She whispered, "Yes." She whispered as though addressing someone, or perhaps justifying herself in the eyes of the darkness. "I'm trying, really." Her intense devastation dragged with it a feeling of loneliness. Hello. It looks like a wink here, guys, a little bit. Lou is crying. Hashtag. Exhaustedly, she asked the air, "Why is nothing working out? What is going on?" Rue rubbed her forehead. "I'm a woman, a psionic. I didn't let myself or my friends get bullied at the boarding facility. I moved to the city, I bought a motorcycle, I got a decent job, and I'll get sick if I keep lying in cold water like this, like a wuss. Pull yourself together. Your shit is yours to figure out. No one will clean up your mess. Everyone is up to their ears in their own problems." She got up, whipping out her phone. Lighting her way, she walked around the entire apartment block. Then she made sure that water hadn't gotten in any sockets or electrical appliances. After a little digging, she twisted the drain of the kitchen unit. Water obediently gurgled, flowing into a hole in the floor. Finally, standing on a chest of drawers, Lou tried to turn on the lights. Sorry. Yeah, everything is fine. There isn't a short. Her phone vibrated in her hand. Kay was calling. I don't want to answer now. If it's important, he will call again. Lou changed out her wet clothes and began to clean up, fantasizing about what she had do if she ran into that half-assumed plumber. That was how Stone found her. The empath called from apartment's threshold. What happened? Lou opened the door a little wider. He entered and continued. Anything other than the flood? Lou shrugged. A little bit of everything. I'm sorry I didn't answer your call. I didn't want to speak. Next time, say that into the phone and I promise I will be silent. Lou couldn't help the smile that crept onto her face. Kate took off his jacket and rolled up his sleeves. Where can I get a second rag? While they were cleaning up, Lou told him about the distinguished plumber and her broken motorcycle. The job went much faster with 2 people. Only they finished cleaning. They tried to figure out if it would be possible to turn on the water at all, at least. Partially. It turned out that most of the essentials could be used. Then Stone got a pizza. Thank you, Kay. Thank you. Kay, why did you decide to come anyway? Yes. I have a Kay. A good friend. Only friend, guys. Only friend. Will you believe me if I say just because? Nope. I hope it wasn't just because I didn't answer the phone. Really? Empaths have good intuition. I think I told you that. I care about you and I think about you often, and that increases my perception. At some point, I picked up on your state of agitation. And when you didn't answer, I decided to drop by just in case. Cool. Over time, it gets annoying for a lot of people. Not me, it's handy. Are you sure? Kate touched her wrist and then stared. You're tired and you want to sleep, and you're a little confused. The man squinted. You don't know how to tell me to go? Lou removed her hand and shook her head. Wow, powerful stuff. She's reading my mind and my feelings. Don't do that, Kay. Kay extended his fist to her and she bumped it with her own. That's it, partner. Bye. Stay in touch. Yep. After drinking a mug of hot tea, Lou fell asleep. That's all. The music ended. Narcissus Swain call got Lou out of bed. She braced herself for the announcement of a new partner or another shift. Instead, the chaplain demanded the unexpected. Read, go to the Inquisition. Hans Güller is calling you in. You haven't done anything yet. Besides, Narcissus would have been the one to reprimand me for my absence. My motorcycle. Monsieur Wayne, how urgent is this? My bike broke down, so I'll need a car. I can't get there on my own for now. Yeah, something like this, Henry. No, that's impossible. You can't have vouchers and a car. Perhaps you need a personal driver too? Um, Read. That was sarcastic, and it wasn't a question. Call the AC garage and get the technicals to tow it and carry out the necessary repairs. They will take you to the center. It's not far from there. You can do that? Is it free? Of course. Wear and tear on a vehicle often occurs for work-related reasons. As such, you're entitled entitled to the assistance with the repairs. If you need to buy replacement parts, they will tell you. Great. What are you so happy about? You're costing the corpse more money? That's all. Goodbye, mademoiselle. Okay. They promised to fix the bike in less than an hour. Delighted by the news, Lou waited and then rode to Guller. The building she needed to get to was one of the main streets. Lou had driven by it many times, but this was the first time she had a reason to stop its entrance. Let me check my food. Okay. As she got off the bike, she struck its metal frame. She raised her head to look at the symbol of the church. The unity of the material and the divine, of science and faith. Idealized people inscribed in a square and a circle looked out over the city somewhere into the distance, probably towards a brighter future. Lou remembered when Jonas had heard one of the boarding facility instructors say, "Thanks to the church, a bright future is already on the horizon." He loudly recited the definition of the word. The horizon, he said, was the line of apparent contact between the sky and the earth, which moved away from the observer as they approached it. The whole group was punished for this remark, yet no one was upset at Jonas. Back then, everyone was proud of him. And how? And now, he is a pain in my. Lou entered the spacious hall. She was escorted to Guller's office by a man with a sad face and equally sad mustache. Showing courtesy, the Inquisitor stood up to greet her. Mademoiselle Reed, Monsieur. He pointed to a sofa that stood off to the side of the desk. Please. His friendless aroused Lou's suspicions. Sitting down, she tried not to immediately come across as insolent. Thank you. Some tea? It's quite good, expensive too. No. As you wish. I don't trust to people. I appreciate you taking the time to meet with me. You called me in. Guller smiled. Let's consider that more of an invitation, shall we? The Inquisitor pressed a button. A quiet, inconspicuous man entered the office, rolling in front of him a table filled with dishes and plates. He quickly served. Yes, guys, even in the game, He quickly served Hans and Lou, nodding politely before disappearing just as quietly. I hope you don't mind having dinner. In general or with you? She refrained from asking that question out loud. Hans, courting his guest, said casually, You want to know, of course, why I wanted to see you. It would be my pleasure to help you further your career. Upward momentum depends a great deal on recommendations, don't you agree? Of course, Monsieur Ocular. What do you want? Thanks to you and Stone, a group of conspirators has been identified. Nice work. Perhaps you already know not everything went smoothly afterwards. Not smoothly? Your morons lost the bomb. However, the situation will soon be resolved, and I knew a job will be waiting for you. And a new job will be waiting for you. What job preciously? Different people can influence that decision. For example, Hans reached out toward Lou. I'll choose something based on your wishes. The Inquisitor's fingers rested on Lou's knee. Sighing, Lou rolled her eye. With 2 fingers, she pushed the man's hands off of her knee as if he were an insect. The delivery guy. She spoke slowly and clearly. Oh. Monsieur Guller, go fuck yourself. And since you're interested in my wishes, keep your claws off of me. What do you think you are? He didn't finish his sentence. His jaw visibly clenched, the muscles tensing against his cheekbones. Are you sure you're correct in your assessment of the situation as initiate to the Inquisitor's assistance course? Guys, I will come back now. Wait. I wanted something sweet, guys. Bounty is here. Are you sure you're correct in your assessment of the situation as an initiate to the Inquisition's Assistance Corps? Very. Very. Service in the corps involves a different kind of assistance. If you're interested in even the remote possibility of serving in the corps, I advise you to think again. Lou cocked, how to say that, her head to the side, looking at Hans with unbridled disgust. Are you threatening me, man? Guller could no longer keep his composure. He almost broke into a scream. How dare you talk to me like that, you facility scum? Oh, there it is. Yes, of course, you can arrange for me to be kicked out of the AC. Or you can cause problems for me at my work. I don't know, Russian Twitch is full of Russian people. Russian people from Russia, they don't, so most of the time they speak Russian on Twitch. But remember, you're just a prick with some authority, and if you touch my leg again, I will break both of yours, understood? The Inquisitor snarled. You will be executed for using Psy against an Inquisitor, Reed. Who said I had need Psy to do that? Yo, welcome. She stood up, looking down at Guller. Her voice became harsh and dangerous. You, Monsieur Inquisitor, got it right. I came from a facility, I live in Termitory, and I've got nothing to lose. Are you sure you want to try me? Actually, you'd better pray that I have a bad memory and will forget this even happened. Thanks for follow. Out! Get out of my office! That's what I thought. Her gaze drifted over the set table. Thank you for your dinner. Thank you for dinner. It was delicious and I'm sure expensive. She picked up the largest platter on the table. It held small pastries with an unfamiliar but appetizing looking filling. You don't mind, do you? That's good, my girl. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I hope you didn't send me that dress. What dress? Oh, never mind. Goodbye, Monsieur Gleur. Mm-hmm. She deliberately closed the door gently behind her. Slamming it would have been the act of a tantrum-throwing child. Besides, her hands were full of good food. Lou put the food in a bag and placed it in the compartment beneath the seat of her bike. The fancy platter couldn't fit in there. Yeah, I didn't think about that. But it's not like I'm going to carry this back home. It was a pity to throw away something so obviously expensive. One more, guys. Lou rode up to her house, ignoring the chuckles and smirks of everyone who caught sight of her. Once she arrived, the psionic awkwardly removed the metal dish from under her clothes. After removing the food she had taken from Guller's office out of the compartment, Lou called her friends. After all, they had never gotten the chance to celebrate after her initiation into the assistance corps. They took time off from work just to be there for me. I shouldn't just forget about that. The company sitting at the table once again congratulated Lou. Kay couldn't come, but Jonas came. He drank with everyone, but he was gloomy and didn't join in on the congratulations. Lou refused to be bothered by that. He came, and that was all that mattered, having all her friends gathered together. Irma thanked Lou again for helping her brother. Come on, don't swear it. She moved away, opened the window, and lit a cigarette. From outside came the sounds of Termitory's nights, familiar, comprehensible. Slightly unsteady, Jonas approached her. Wait a second, guys. I really need to eat that chocolate. I've been told that Shazar will be meeting with you tomorrow night. Naturally, I had to tell him who you were. He has one condition. The meeting must take place at a location of his choice. And don't go flashing your badges around. Look and act like you are from the heart of Timothy. So get ready to... Hey, are you listening at all? Uh-huh. Is your partner local? No. Then he needs to prepare too. Only they did she returned to Jonas. Thank you. I won't apologize. Let's forget it. Forgotten. What's the place? The Reactor Club. Lou remembered what little she had heard about the place. Oh, they will eat me and Kay alive. Why would Shazar set us up, though? He's got better things to do than that. I've never been there. How should I dress? Flashy and stylish. Jonas. You're always flashy. She sweetened her voice, adding, and stylish. Tell me, what's in it for me? Why am I helping you? Smiling, Lou answered. You're worried about me. If something happens and you haven't done all you can to keep me safe, you will be blaming yourself for years. Getting sentimental? Knock that bullshit off. You're going to make me throw up. Right, you can't hold your liquor. You're so fucking witty. So will you help me? Well, there are a couple of stores. Are they expensive? You're showing way too much initiative for a job that doesn't even pay you. You don't have any money yet, but you already got plenty of trouble. Serious trouble considering who you are going to meet. I'm not doing good with money. I just don't want to spend it without good reason. Yeah, it's expensive. The people that go to reactor don't dress cheaply. 1 second. She took out her phone. Lou, these tartlets are delicious. Hey, what are you doing? Are you making phone calls? I'll be quick. Work again? Why don't you give it a break? Come on, let her make her calls if she needs to. Her work is a good influence. She's finally starting to make this place homier. Look, she bought this beautiful basket. It's perfect for holding small things or for the table. Actually, I found that. Kate didn't answer the phone right away. Lou? Shazai is ready. Not over the phone. Okay. But I get what you are saying. When? Tomorrow night. Great. Lou and Jonas returned to the others. Tom and Irma didn't stay long. They had an early morning as they needed to get out of town and go to the farm. Tina, who had no experience with gatherings like this, quietly fell asleep. After midnight, Dogan began preparing to go home. It's getting late. I think I'll get going too. What do you mean? Are we out of booze? No. I'll fry some more vegetables. Stay. That's right. Pour some more. I have to work in the morning. Jonas, you too. We have got aspirin at the hospital. By morning, Lou's friends looked like zombies from Prehistoric movies. They slunched and moved slouchily, their eyes red. Only Tina seemed to feel okay. The healer's voice was hoarse and quiet. Kiddo, please put the bottles away. I can't look at them. It takes something, but Lou doesn't have shit. We will have to settle for cold water applies externally and orally, and breakfast. Externally too? No, I'll go without the nutrition rub. Lou buttoned up her uniform. Her head felt heavy, but it didn't hurt. Doggone, I'm going to the center. Do you want a ride? Yeah, sure. I hope I don't fall off your bike. Jonas? Don't forget to lock the door when you leave. It's not like you have anything to steal. Maybe the kitchen you need, but the automations not even connected. Lou handed Dogan the helmet, his sight, and put it on without complaint. They are again together, Mirai vibes. Jonas and Kiddo. How can I... Okay. The day was uneventful. There were no incidents at the AC, and Guller didn't make his presence known. If he had decided to get even, he hadn't taken any noticeable action. Lou was sent to report for duty at one of the checkpoints again. However, the evening promised to be eventful. Stone arrived at his partner's place and they slowly got ready for their visit to the reactor. Have you been there before? No, it's right in the middle of the dormitory. I don't go there unless I have to. Okay, why didn't you want to discuss this over the phone? We got involved in a case concerning the security of the church. The Inquisition could be listening. Great. Well, are you sure you want to do this? Have you changed your mind? Dropping out of a meeting like this would leave the person who arranged it on the hook. And also, I have a friend, Dogan. You saw him at the Synod. He works for rescue services, high loyalty. He's required to attend sermons. I also have to attend them. And the explosion could happen in any temple at any moment. The Inquisition will most likely solve the problem without us. Well, probably. In all honesty, they already did once. There is something fishy going on, obviously. Someone doesn't want the investigation to go smoothly. Kay looked at her in anticipation, as if he sensed that there was more on her mind. If we figure it out, will there be a promotion? Probably. That couldn't hurt. Lou. Kay, you're 2 rank above me. How many years did it take? Someone could serve as an acolyte all his life and be perfectly fine with it. Fine won't cut it. Getting promotions for seniority won't help me move up the career ladder. How to read that? This case is a risk, sure, but if it works out, I hope my name will get mentioned in the right circles so I can score a promotion. Steal the bomb and my friend's safety. Steal the bomb and my friend's safety? That's more important. Damn it, too many people could get hurt. I get it. So we stick to the plan. About Shazad's conditions. I get why he chose that location. He doesn't have to be afraid of us there. It will be packed. If an assault unit turns up, Shazad will have a clear warning in time to escape. The reactor probably has catacombs beneath it. It's an old factory building. But why this masquerade? Why do we have to dress like we belong? Shazad doesn't want anyone to have the slightest suspicion that he is in contact with AC personnel. His clients and partners won't appreciate it. Besides, if the club's security realizes that we are outsiders, we will probably get killed. Moscow time, it's like 1 a.m. In the place where I'm living, it's 3 a.m. Besides, if the club security realizes that we are outsiders, we will probably get killed. And Shazad decided to talk, didn't he? That makes sense. Okay, I'll be right back. Maybe I should put on some makeup then? So bad. Oh, it's so bad. Okay. Is that alright? Is this alright? More than alright. You look spectacular. Let's hope nothing goes wrong. I don't want to deal with blood and mascara in my eyes. In theory, we won't need to use Psy. I'll come back. We can't show up in a service car. Shall we take my bike? Okay. Here, Put this on. Kay turned over the vintage helmet in his hands. Are you serious? Very. No, Lou, I'm not wearing this. No one is going to fine me for riding without a helmet in Termitory. I'll manage. Are you sure? The wind called? I'm sure. Buy a new one later. Where did you even get this? I have it, and that's what matters. Before heading to the club, they had to change their clothes. Lou, you know local fashion better than I do. Any advice? I'm not an expert either, but I do have some advice on where to shop for clothes. Soon they emerged from the recommendation from the shop Jonas had recommended. Kay kept looking at himself as he tried to get used to the jacket, just as Lou had not long ago in the center. Let's do makeup. Let's go. It's kind of interesting, by the way. I think this look will work. I guess so, thank you. It hides my weapon, and that's the important part. Won't they search us? Kay calmly shrugged his shoulders. If so, I will leave it at the entrance. Shall we go dress you up? The next store was nearby. I like it so much, by the way. It looks amazing. Why is it free? Like, it's much better than any of it. There is one... Oh. Okay, great. Don't you want to... Lou was wary. What? I don't know, I just want to read Romance Club today. Your hair, touch it up. Why me? Okay, let's go there then. Oh, it's so bad, guys. It's so bad. Everything is so bad. Now I will have to ride without a helmet too. Yeah, this is my favorite. Wait. Okay, let's be with the makeup and just like that. Now I will have to ride without a helmet too. They stopped by Lou's place to drop off their old clothes. They then went to the reactor. Security at the entrance patted them down, but Kay's weapon didn't prompt any questions. When the psionics announced that Shazar was waiting for them, they were shown to a table in the VIP area. The partners walked through the hall, passing all sorts of people who were drinking, huffing, dancing, and kissing. What an interesting place. A man sitting between two half-naked girls looked them over. This is Shazza, guys, by the way. Aside from him and the girls, there were 3 other men at the table. They were all strong and covered in tattoos, and all armed. The man nodded his company, got up, and moved away. "Sit down." Lou and Kay sat on the sofa across from the man. Lou noted that the stranger wasn't afraid to be alone with them. Well, are you Shazam?" "I am." He looked at Lou. "A good man vouched for you. I'm ready to listen." "How do we know you are really Shazam?" "Well, tell your friend to go out in the middle of the room and say he is Shazam. You will see what they do to imposters." He hurried them along. "Let's cut to the chase. What does the clergy want from me?" "Recent ammo buyers, a rare caliber." "What do you know about them?" "You guys shot them all." "Oh, not all. Wow. The monsieur is insolent, which begs the question, why the hell should I answer?" There is a commotion all over the city. Until the Inquisition finds what they are looking for, it won't stop. Sooner or later, they will get to you. Your associates and assistants will rat you out. Maybe not even on purpose. Roger Aventure didn't help the church, but next time you might not have time to get away. Besides, good people are hard to find. Do you really want them to get arrested? Keep going. Some of the buyers survived, as you understood. If they are found and arrested, the raids will stop and the church will lose the interest in you. That is, unless they start killing priests right and left with your weapons. I'm just curious. Rumors has it all that this ruckus is about a bomb. Did they steal it? No, and if it's of no interest to you, help us, then get on with your business. If I start to rat on my clients, my business will come to a swift and ugly end. And so will I. No one will find out of anything from us. Otherwise, you will find me, right? Shazar reached for the glass on the table and drank. Then he looked back at Lou. How did the friend of a decent guy end up joining the church? The corpse. Fate, perhaps? Is a fatalism of humor? Doesn't matter. I don't ask my clients for their home addresses. Right, but you run a background check to see if they are worth doing business with. Otherwise, the police would have uncovered your operation a long time ago. You think too highly of those dickheads, but you are right. If I get busted and taken in, one of my people will visit your friend. What will happen to him then isn't an appropriate conversation to have at this table, but your imagination can fill in the blanks. The Inquisition's hounds didn't look everywhere. The merchant took out his phone and quickly typed something. He showed the screen to the psionics. There was an address on this notepad. Yum. Kane nodded. Shaza cleared it and put his phone back in his pocket. He wouldn't say it out loud. Is he afraid we are recording the conversation? Lou and Kay stood up. Shahzad didn't say goodbye. The partners left in silence, saying nothing. Lou put 2 cups on the table. So, what's up with the address? Kay looked up from his phone. It's a warehouse for a small plastic dishware company. Shall we go? Just the 2 of us? Just the 2 of us. Who knows what will happen if we report this to the Inquisition? There is a rat in there and it's doing some damage. We don't know who the rat is or who to get around them. All the conspirators were accidentally shot? I don't buy it. Maybe someone from the church was forced to cooperate with those psychos, and then that person covered their tracks when they got the chance? Maybe, I don't know. Let's look around first, okay? Then we will decide what to do. Okay, just let me get changed. Me too then. The empath looked at her and smiled. Are you cold? Why? Would you like to try this on? Not my size, otherwise I'd consider it. It's stylish. Lou burst out a laughing. Where's my jacket? It's in your bag over there. But you look good like this, especially for Timidori. Okay, let's go then. We will take the car. It's more convenient for a stakeout. That's all for now, guys, I think. Diamonds. More diamonds. Okay, guys. Now we really have no cops here. So I think it's really the end of the stream for now. But it was amazing. I liked it.